welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Helena. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So it's that time of the year again where we have to acknowledge the fact that summer is coming to a close and the new school semester is just around the corner. I probably, like many of the rest of you watching right now, am not excited to start school again. As an upcoming junior in college, I'm just pretty burnt out at this point. So for me, I feel like my summer wasn't very eventful, to be honest, since I was doing summer classes and I was also doing work most of the time. So just a constant cycle of stress and school, and yeah, it wasn't fun. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that with school, especially in this new online setting, it has been quite draining for me, and I feel like I need something to really motivate me nowadays to enjoy studying and just taking notes and stuff. So that is why I switched over to digital note-taking. I got this iPad about a year ago, and I have to say that it feels like I'll never switch back to the traditional method. I feel like it's just been so much more convenient to take my notes and do my schoolwork through my iPad than anything else that I've done in the past, especially when I was in in-person class. When I was taking notes through like pen and pencil, there's a certain way I need to write, and that method just slows me down a lot. I just really enjoy the concept of being able to have all my files in one place and just having access to it through all my devices. So if I didn't want to study through my iPad, or there was a certain situation where I wasn't able to, I can access it through either my phone or my laptop, and it's just great just having everything linked up through the cloud. It's like magic. It's gonna be super convenient, especially when I go back to the in-person setting. Instead of having to carry a bunch of textbooks and notebooks in my backpack and just straining my back, I can just have it all in here and my laptop, and I'm good to go. Now, I know this isn't for everyone, but this is just a way that I find to be the most helpful for me, and I just wanted to preface saying that a lot of people tend to associate having all this expensive equipment, like PC setups, expensive laptops, or even an iPad, to getting good grades, but that's definitely not the case. In order to get good grades, you need to put in as much time, effort, and work into these classes in order to get the outcome you want it to be. So yeah, having an iPad does not equate to automatic success in classes and getting good grades. I just don't want to give off the wrong idea and impression that it is the only way to. Alright, with that being said, let's just hop into how I take notes using my iPad. This is my iPad Air 3. It has 64 gigabytes, which I find to be plenty enough for the casual note-taking I do on this iPad. The screen size is 10.5 inches, and the screen is also laminated. I would say that this is a good budget iPad for any student or just anyone in general who's looking to use this for note-taking. Unfortunately though, this iPad has been discontinued since the new iPad Air 4's release last year, but you can find it for a pretty good deal on other secondhand websites. Along with that, I use my first generation Apple Pencil to write out my notes. As expensive as it is, I find the pencil to be a great investment in my iPad experience, and you can recharge the pencil through the iPad's Lightning charger port. As for the app I use, I like to use GoodNotes 5, and this is actually a paid app, so it costs around $7.99 on the App Store, I believe, but considering how much I used to spend on notebooks in the past and how much I actually use this app for school, the cost evens itself out. One reason why I love GoodNotes is that it makes note-taking super simple yet super customizable with a ton of different templates to choose from. You can even choose styles that will fit to your note style, such as the Cornell note style. Or if you're looking to use this app as your planner to organize your school, work, or other events, you can choose the calendar template. You can even import PDFs or images if you choose to do so. This can be great if your professor likes to provide lecture slides or you just need to annotate some PDFs given to you. Alright, so let's go over the tools that I use to take my notes. Starting off with the pens, I write best with the ballpoint pen option just because I don't like the tapering of the other kinds. I have my 3 settings set to 3 different thicknesses. First is the 4.5, 6.5, which I use for my standard notes, and 1.15 in case I want to make a header or a subtitle. For pen colors, I like to use a few to help me organize my notes. So first is black, of course, the standard color for my general notes. Next is rose pink, which I use for either subtitles or important information. Purple is for more important information as well as showing my work for my math classes. And finally, green is just for examples, mainly in my math classes as well. In combination with the pen colors, I also like to use the colored highlighters. Yellow is of course for vocabulary, rose pink and purple are for highlighting more important keynotes or equations for math, and finally green is for examples. This may be too much for some, but I just find the colors to help me find what I need just in case I need to go back and study my notes later on. The eraser tool is actually really nice because there's 3 different options to choose from. The first one is just the regular one where you can just erase like regularly. The next option allows you to erase only the highlighter without having to erase the text underneath it. And finally, my favorite one, the entire stroke eraser. This just gets rid of everything really quickly and just makes erasing a lot quicker. And finally, for my favorite tool, which is great for my perfectionist habits, it's the lasso tool. So this allows you to move or resize certain text or images. And you can even use the lasso tool to select a certain text and change the color of it as well. Finally, let's start taking some notes. So today I'm going to be taking some business notes. These are actually just some notes that I had left over from my spring semester, but I'm just going to be using it as an example today. So as I would with traditional notes, I like to add a date and title before moving on to the actual notes themselves. What's really cool about GoodNotes too is that you can do these split screen options, so you can view 2 different documents at once. So on the right side, I have the slides that I'm copying off of, and then on the left side, I have the notes that I'm taking. And then I added subtitle to the section I'm going to be taking notes on, and this just helps to separate each one and organize it as I go. And then I just go ahead and start taking my notes. I just sped up this portion since it's just me taking the notes themselves, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. I usually just keep going until I'm done with that specific section till I go back and start highlighting. And that's pretty much it. Like I said earlier, I like to keep my notes pretty simple yet somewhat pretty with the colors. And with that pretty much wraps up the video for today. I know it was a pretty basic video on taking notes, but I thought it'd be helpful since the new school year is coming up, and hopefully you guys found some tips to use GoodNotes and gain some inspiration to start taking digital notes of your own this upcoming school year. If not though, hopefully you guys just enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comments if you want to see more iPod content from me in the future. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!